Sure hard work pushing all that cattle up into that high country.
That water sure does look good, too. You know, to wait to wash off some of this grit.
Careful, little Joe. That's the closest you've come to taking a bath in months. Who are you?
Never mind who I am. Just get off my land.
Your land? What are you talking about, mister?
You know what I'm talking about. You ain't deef, are you?
No, we ain't deef, but are you sure you ain't got just a little bit too much sunshine, old-timer?
Look, well, maybe you kind of got your directions mixed up.
All right, now, don't anybody move.
What do you want to go do a thing like that for, old-timer?
I know my rights. The law says that I can shoot trespassers on sight.
Look, you're on the Ponderosa.
I bought this land, mister, and there ain't nobody going to take it away from me.
Bought it?
I don't want to kill anybody, but I will if you push me.
Nobody's trying to push you, mister, but what makes you think this land is yours?
I said I bought it. $25 hard money. I got the bill of sale to prove it.
I hereby sell you all the land between the east shore of Lake Tahoe and Sun Mountain for $25 cash. Signed, Henry T.P. Comstock.
Henry Comstock.
Old-timer, I guess you were just one of the many who were taken in by our dear friend, Mr. Comstock. I guess you didn't know him any too well, did you?
I don't have to know him. I got the bill of sale there to prove it.
A bill of sale? That old thief is selling the territory in Nevada if he could get away with it.
Looks like he did, too. You remember the first time we ever seen him, little Joe?
Oh, that wild-eyed old mule of his?
Yeah. That black stove pipe hat that made him look pious and preacher.
You know how many men have draped this tree? 28 men and 1 woman. We figure to make it a nice round figure, like 30. All right, let's get it over with.
Whoa, whoa!
What the name of creation's your hurry? Mind if I have a last word with my friend? Friend? You haven't got a friend within 50 miles of Hangtown. Lord, I'm ready whenever you say the word, but Lord, I hope you'll forgive me if I don't have time to tell these boys about the big new movement going on around here. What in thunder big movement you talking about? Change the name of Hangtown to Placerville. You boys hear of any such goings on around here? Lord, looks like you left these boys up in the hills too long. You know the first law they passed was there'd be no more hangings within the city limits. City limits, how far are they? Clear to the top of the Sierra Nevada mountains. That's a good 100 miles. Mighty ambitious town, Placerville. Lord, you didn't tell these boys nothing. You didn't tell them there's mighty touchy people around here, too. Especially about any unnecessary hanging. Hanging you is about the most necessary thing a hard rock miner could ever do. So we'll escort you the 100 miles over the Sierra Nevada and hang you there. I thank you. Because, Mr. Henry T.P. Comstock, you're about the crookedest, slimiest, most double-dealing, weaseling, lying, thieving, no-good claim jumper that ever hit the state of California.
It took 4 hours to bring that thing down.
That isn't such a long time, little Joe. That one, it took 400 years for it to grow.
400 years. Well, that was even before Columbus sailed out of Spain to discover America.
Oh, There were trees that were living and growing in this forest. They were old when Christ pulled fish out of the Sea of Galilee.
Don't cut unless you plant.
That's right, Hoss. That's why we're here. Not just to take from the land, but to give.
Yes, sir.
Can you see it? 100 years from now, standing tall against the sky. Plant it, Adam.
Sure, Paul.
Well, little Ponderosa, see you around in a couple of 100 years when you're a big Ponderosa.
Thousands of people who one day will come to this land. Be mighty thankful for what we've done.
There's timber up there to build whole new cities. Launch fleets of ships.
Hear that, Hoss? Older brother Adam is planning to build that Yankee fleet of his again.
Yeah, well, it's gonna take a mite more water than we got hereabouts to float it in, little Joe.
Water? Oh, now, you don't think Adam is planning to sail his ships on just plain old water, do you?
I guess you two mountain boys haven't heard. Just so happens I'm planning on ships that sail across sand.
I remember walking across about 600 miles of it the last time Paul sent me to Salt Lake City to file them claim papers.
How would you like to be able to do it in under 3 days?
Oh, come on now. From here to Salt Lake City in 3 days? How you gonna do that? I think he's gonna fly through the air, or...
Maybe 2 days.
Oh, well, maybe one day.
You talking about a railroad, son?
I'd be talking about a railroad, Pa.
Dreams are mighty good things to have, son. You know what it takes to build a railroad?
Track. Track that runs across sand, around mountains, and over rivers. And track ain't nothing but a lot of rail and a bed of ties to lay it on.
You cut down all these wonderful trees, provide ties for a railroad.
I'd cut them down, Pa. And I'd put new ones in their place.
Hey, that sounds like a rifle shot.
On the California side.
Sounded to me like it come off the Ponderosa.
Dorothy, if you don't move fast, you're gonna be key witness to a hanging.
So he thinks he can sneak away on that old mule.
Yeah.
How do you feel about 4 men chasing 1 man on a mule?
Oh, maybe they have a reason for chasing him. I don't care for the odds.
We sure could improve him, Paul.
We sure could sweeten them up some at that, Paul.
Yeah, we better stop them, too, before they stir up the Paiutes.
Last time somebody stirred them up, 3 families of settlers paid for it with their lives. All right, boys, let's sweeten them.
Adam?
Yeah.
How far over you reckon them fellers are?
About a half a mile, maybe.
Yeah. It's just about what I figured.
Hey, Hoss, even with that Sharp's buffalo gun you got, you don't figure you can hit a target at half-mile distance.
You watch that feller's hat.
What the thunder was that? Dorothy, that shot come from the direction I thought it did? Ah.
Oh, let me see that little old squirrel gun of yours for a minute.
Sure, Adam.
See that, Paul?
Couldn't be Comstock. He didn't even have a rifle.
Now, little Joe, what was all this talk about a half a mile?
Good shooting. You want to try it, little Joe?
Yeah, I better.
You right sure now?
Well, I think I better if I want to stay living with this family. That's a mighty fine old gun you got there, Holmes.
Mighty good shooting.
That's just the kind of thing any New Orleans boy learns to do by the time he learns to walk.
Take a crack at it, Paul.
Well, if I have to. Just to show you young whippersnappers.
Go ahead, you can't miss now.
Give me that rifle.
Mighty fine shooting, Paul.
We gotta get out of here, Hector. Them ain't men, they're devils.
Where are they shooting from? That's what I want to know.
I don't know where it's coming from. It's the best darn shooting I ever saw. Good shooting, all right, but it's done by men like us, not devils.
Thank you for looking favorably on the countenance of this miserable sinner, Lord. I sure do appreciate it, I sure do. And to prove it, I won't lie or steal or ever jump any other fellow's claim again as long as I live. Strike me dead if I do, Lord. You strike me dead.
Heck, I don't like this place. Feels haunted to me. Why don't we go back to California?
Let's go back.
We only came here to get rid of that Comstock fellow in the first place.
Not get rid of him, hang him.
I promised myself to see that old thief hanged, and I mean to keep that promise.
Yeah, I think we scared those fellows off. They're heading back to California.
Yeah. Maybe they aren't.
Quite an exhibition of skill, my friends. Truly the best exhibition of the fine art of rifle shooting I've ever seen. Since the days of that esteemed gentleman, Quincy P. Strongheart. Yes, I can see it all just as though it were yesterday. My boyhood chum, Quincy P., raised at my side in sight of the stormy and treacherous waters of Lake Nipishama.
What in the tarnation you talking about, mister?
What'd you do to stir up all that excitement?
It's probably one of them claim jumpers they run out of California.
Lad, I beseech you, don't mention that evil place to me. I, Henry T.P. Comstock, who have roamed the four corners of the earth, have sailed every shore and coastline of the seven seas, never want to hear the name of that foul-sounding place again as long as I live.
Why were you run out?
I? You think I, Henry Comstock, was run out of California?
Run out and tell them never to come back. How many claims did you jump?
Did you hear that? Yeah, not you. Lord, right where I stand, if I, Henry Comstock, ever jumped, or even thought of jumping any other gold miner's claim, strike me dead. Not yet, Lord. I know I'm a miserable sinner, and certain things have been known to cling to my fingers, but I'm not ready yet, Lord, to meet the hellfires of retribution. Not yet, Lord. Not yet.
Hellfires of retribution, hear that, little Joe?
Well, I figure if a man's going to get religion, he might as well get it in a hurry.
Mr. Comstock, before your time is up, I think there's room for at least one good meal in there to help see you through that final journey.
Do my ears deceive me, or did I hear you mention food? Gentlemen, when do we eat? You too, Dorothy. Dorothy, food, come. Gentlemen, I have feasted at the tables of kings and dined in the company of millionaires, but never, I repeat, never have I enjoyed such a meal as this.
This is Hop Sing's doing, Mr. Comstock. In all of your traveling, did you ever meet a finer cook?
My good man, worthy descendant of Confucius that you might be, I must compliment you on having acquired a skill and wizardry in the culinary arts unmatched in all this land.
He no like the lip?
No, he likes him, Hop Sing.
Oh, very good. I bring more. Got plenty more.
Yeah, you do that, Hop Sing. You do that.
Mr. Comstock, do you have any late news of my good friend, Captain John Sutter?
Sir, you're referring to Captain John Sutter of the Sacramento Valley?
Are there any other Captain John Sutters?
Al, the poor man, he's a cause of sadness and melancholy to all of his friends.
What's the matter? Is he getting worse?
Not only getting worse, he's almost gone. As has his mind. Young man, pass that plate of sweet corn, please.
You mean you're still hungry?
I haven't seen corn as smooth and golden as this since I was a boy on the shores of Lake Semihoochee.
I thought you said over on the mountain, Lake Nipishama.
Nipishama one side, Semihoochee on the other. Lots of lake in that neck of the woods.
Well, just what neck of the woods was that?
You boys familiar with foreign lands?
No, we've never been out of the country. Why?
Oh, it's a shame that you can't know too much about a wonderful country of my childhood, Canada.
Oh, well, this Napatchki and Skauchi Hiwachi, whatever you call it. Are they in Canada?
On the other side of the Frangatang Mountains.
Mr. Comstock, what about my friend Captain Sutter?
Poor man. It's a pity to what's happened to him. You wouldn't recognize him anymore.
How bad is he, Mr. Comstock?
Not just one more? Just a small one?
Later. In fact, I think we've all had enough to eat for now. Hopsing?
Yes, Mr. Cartwright. You like a dinner?
Yes, dinner was very good, Hopsing, very good.
Very good, Hopsing, and I do thank you.
Very good.
We'll have a coffee in here.
Yes, Mr. Cartwright.
Mr. Comstock, brandy?
Yes, don't mind if I do. Thank you, sir. You're very kind. Nice little place you got here. Reminds me of the time I was the guest of Queen Victoria at Buckingham Palace.
I'll ride on down to the sawmill, Paul. Have them bring those trees in we cut down.
Fine, Adam, fine. Oh, Adam, do you need any help?
Well, come to think of it, we are a little short-handed. How would you like to work for us, Mr. Comstock? We pay good money, $1 American a day.
Work? What kind of work is that?
Oh, hauling, cutting timber. Good, healthy outdoor work from sun up to sundown.
Sun up? Oh, I'm afraid that's not the kind of work I do.
Just what kind of work do you do, Mr. Comstock? I'd be real anxious to know.
Yeah, well, I'm a merchant. Yes, that's what I am, a merchant.
Oh, a merchant?
Yeah. Sometimes I buy, sometimes I sell. It all depends on the state of business, among other things. Very good health, sir.
Among other things, Mr. Comstock, do you ever indulge in something called panning for gold?
You mean you folks don't cut into folks who pan for gold?
I told you I planted the first field of grain with John Sutter in the valley of the Sacramento. Together we planted those hillsides with vines, with fruit-bearing trees. You know what they did to that land, those locusts, those ravagers who answered the cry of gold in California? They tore out those vines. They chopped down those trees. They trampled that wheat. Is it any wonder that John Sutter sits on his porch now, staring into the sun by the hour, recognizing no one, seeing nothing?
You know about him, don't you?
I know all about him. And that's why I came to the Ponderosa, my sons and I. And that's why I made my vow that never would these 1,000 square miles of God-made country be delivered into the hands of those spoilers, those destroyers. Mr. Comstock, if I so much as see a man digging for gold anywhere on my land, I'll shoot him at sight.
Gold? You don't mean there's gold up here in western Utah, do you?
Well, that's what we keep telling those fellers over at Washoe Diggings, Mr. Comstock, that they're just wasting their time. There ain't enough gold over there to fool with.
Hey, you think they'd listen to us? I don't know what there is about a gold miner. I think they must be 3/4 loco and the other 4 stupid.
You said they found gold?
What I said was that they didn't hardly find enough to fool with.
Yeah, they pan all day, come up with just about enough to buy themselves a bottle of whiskey.
Now, if you were a whiskey merchant, Mr. Comstock, you should do rather well down at Washoe.
Washoe. That's the name of the place, huh? Washoe.
That's what they call it. 20 miles due east of the Ponderosa. Where are you going, Mr. Comstock?
Dinner was fine, gentlemen. I hate to rush, but duty calls.
Duty? What kind of duty?
Those miners at Washoe. They're just waiting to buy and sell. Farewell, gentlemen.
The fool. The gold-crazed fool.
Paul. Maybe I ought to follow him. Those fellas from California might still be after him and be trying to kill him.
Probably for good cause, Hoss. Anyway, I thought you worried about 4-legged animals.
Well, I reckon he's sort of like a 4-legged animal himself. You might say like a jackass.
Hey, can I go too, Pa? Every Saturday night there's a dance on a Dutch piece at the Diggings.
A dance? Or do they have any women to dance with?
Yeah, they got 2 or 3. They're pretty big. So some gals that do the miner's washing.
You ought to see them, Paul. They're big and raw boned as Texas steers, but they can dance.
Western Utah's growing up. All right, Hoss, you go after our friend the fool, and little Joe, you go up the Dutch beats to your dance. Adam, what about you? What do you want?
Hey, come on with us, Adam.
No, I don't want anything, Pa. I got work to do. But, little Joe, I might just drop by and take a look at one of those big raw-boned women.
Hey, why don't you do that, Adam? As a matter of fact, I'll save one for you. The biggest and rawest of the bunch.
Yes, I bet you will.
Boy, I sure would like to surprise him with a pretty little gal.
There ain't no pretty gals in 100 miles here, little Joe.
Hey, but I'm just thinking about one. Just one.
Paul, you sure his ma wasn't part jackrabbit?
Hoss, his ma was all woman. So was Adam's. So was yours. They left me sons, boy. They left me sons.
Rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief. Which one do you think he is, Hoss?
I reckon he's most likely been nearly all of them at one time or another, little Joe.
Still think those fellas from California might be after him?
I don't know. But if they are, he's gonna need some mighty fast help.
Yeah, maybe so. And I got a real strange feeling that old crowbait can take care of just about anything comes along.
Eat hearty.
I guess the good Lord watches over fools and little children.
Well, just in case the good Lord forgets for a minute, I think I better trail along after him and keep an eye peeled for trouble. I'll see you at the diggings tonight. You be sure and save me some of that tarantula juice, you hear?
And when I get to the diggings, I ain't gonna have time for any tarantula juice.
You stay out of that Paiute country. You remember what Paul said about stirring them up?
Hoss, what the heck would I want with any old Paiute?
Come on. Comstock, did you hurt yourself?
Nothing up at my boy, nothing at all. We Comstocks are made of steel. Yes, I can remember for Grandpappy the ripe age of 93. Chewing iron bars and spitting out nails.
Yeah, I reckon you're all right at that. On the way you fell back there, I could have sworn you broke something.
Son, you're looking at a man who did break something. His link with the past. How long has all this been going on?
Well, feller's been fooling around these mountains for years. Digging up one side and then down the other. Fighting that blue stuff over there, they call it.
Blue stuff? Never heard of it. What's that?
Well, I don't reckon anybody rightly knows. Something that gums up something fierce. Makes it hard to get at the gold.
Gold. Yeah, the gold. Like the sound of that word, son. It's like music to my ears. Yes, sir. From now on, I intend to confine all my valuable time to the Comstock Lode.
The Comstock Lode? What's that?
Everything that meets the eye, son. Everything that meets the eye.
You just got here. How can you even think about naming all this after yourself when you only just got here?
Son, that just goes to show you how wrong a man can be. Because I got the feeling that I've been here practically all of my life. Greetings, gentlemen. Henry T.P. Comstock brings you greetings and salutations. Did you gentlemen file a legal claim for this particular piece of land?
Legal claim? Now, what kind of a question is that?
Simple enough question, friend. You didn't file a claim, you're trespassing on my property. I'm requesting you to move on.
Oh, Mr. Comstock, you can't do a thing like that. You only just got here.
Son, the law's the law. The law says if a man don't file a claim, he ain't got any more right than a tinker.
Now, you wait a minute. You just wait a minute. We filed a claim more than a month ago. Up at Dutch Pete's, we did it.
Dutch Pete's? Sounds like a purveyor of the old evil eye. Now, if you file this claim in a legal-like courthouse...
Dutch Pete's legal-like courthouse is good enough for us, mister. And give me back that pan. Blue stuff. Work and shake all day. You got nothing to show for it but this damn blue stuff.
Is this a private conversation, friend, or could you use a little company?
Where'd you come from?
I'll ask the questions, friend. How big a claim you got here?
Clear to the head of the mountain. And all of it ain't worth it.
Don't say it, friend. Think it, but don't say it. Quite a good-sized claim. How much gold?
Gold? Say gold? I tell you, mister, there ain't nothing around here but this dang blue stuff.
Loud. How'd you like to have yourself a partner?
Partner? In what?
Your claim, friend. Clear to the top of the mountain. Tell you what I'll do. I'll give you $17 American.
$17? What? But I tell you, mister, all this dang blue stuff ain't worth a nickel.
$17, my good man. It's my final offer.
Well, I'll take it, mister. Mister, you just bought yourself into half of this claim. $17, huh? Wait till I tell this to the boys at Dutch Pete's tonight.
Partner, there's something else you're going to do at Dutch Pete's tonight, too. Now, at properly arranged time. I want you to break... You following me, friend?
Brave man. You ride into Paiute village alone.
Chief Winnemucca, I believe you know my father, Ben Cartwright.
I know, father.
I think you know me, too, and my brothers, Horace and Adam. Matter of fact, Chief, didn't you trade Pa this pinto pony for a buffalo gun?
You from high up on mountain. Why you come here?
Well, I brought you a little present, Chief. Pretty nice color, would you say?
You bring this for me?
Well, not exactly. It's for your daughter.
When you see Saratucci?
It was just a little while back down at the river. She was taking a bath. And now, hold it, Chief. She's more than a mile away. Just one of many women.
The knife. Other women, much big, plenty fat?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't know, Chief. I didn't look at the other women. And what about this material? Got it from a peddler across the mountains from Sacramento. Said it was genuine silk.
Not very strong, not much good.
Yeah, well, Chief, it's for a dress, not a horse blanket.
Saratucci!
Now you look like a real princess, ma'am. What do you think, Chief? Sure fine tasting meat, Chief. What is it?
Rattlesnake.
It's really very good.
We have a lot. You eat more.
Well, no thanks, Chief. I'm not a very big eater. How about showing me that Appaloosie horse you were trying to sell me?
I bring a horse. You eat more. Very good.
Yeah, sure, Chief. Oh, please, no thank you, ma'am. I'm not a very big eater. Hey, you know how to make this into a dress? Into a dress? Yeah, look. See, see what I mean here? Now, yeah, well, look, now, it doesn't look too good on me. Look, you try it. Sort of, yeah, you do it. That's it. That's... Yeah. Yeah, you're getting the idea, Princess. Yeah, that looks nice. Hey, now, listen, there's a dance down at the Washoe Diggings. A dance? You don't know dance? Look, a dance. Dance, dance, dance. There, you know? You like to dance? Yeah, well, good, so do I. Now, listen, don't tell Chiefy, all right? Yeah, good, because he'd scalp me if he knew what I had in mind. Now, you meet me where the river meets the meadow. Just beyond the waterfall. Then, Princess, you and I are going to have ourselves a dance. Yeah. Yeah, Chief, that's what I call a horse.
Young way round here, don't walk on me along your toes. All the way back, swing that gal, everybody swing. Now combination, like the tail and walking, what you do? Now let it just sit there, boom a little bit, and let it go right, get go left.
Oh, howling snakes and ring-tailed screamers. That's what I call a real hunk of woman.
Hey, come on, Joe Brown to the party.
Innkeeper, bring me one of those. Never mind.
Young fella, I come from Virginia, which, as you can no doubt hear, is a pretty well-known fact hereabouts.
You drunken colt! You don't even know where Virginia is!
The Old Dominion, sir, the fairest of all the 35 states. Land where I was born, sir. Born and bred.
And been soaking up to your teeth in corn liquor ever since.
I know you're from Virginia.
The Old Dominion, sir, the fairest
You
place
wouldn't say that, friend. You ever seen the sunset on Lake Tomahawker? Oh, that's the prettiest lake. Where'd you get the girl, son?
The girl?
Hey, she's a real looker.
Oh, well, Princess Sarah. Gentlemen. Gentlemen and ladies. I'd like to present to you the Princess Saratucci, Princess Sarah for short, daughter of Chief Winnemucca of our friendly neighbors, the Paiutes.
Sir? Do I understand you to mean you were reckless enough to take this Paiute gal away from her kinfolk and bring her here?
Excuse me, I just remembered I ordered a drink. Paiute's a silly young fool. Innkeeper, give me a... No, never mind.
Remember what Paul said about him stirring up them Paiutes?
Little brother, what you mean about stirring up the Paiutes, and what I mean about stirring up the Paiutes, It's two entirely different stirring-ups. Princess, may I have the next dance? Pardon me, ma'am.
Hi, everybody. Grab your partner. We're gonna do the Virginia Reel.
Now forward again, left elbow swing, all the way back, place again. Forward,
we're in the bed, friend.
Chicken
up dough. And a do-she-do.
So you want to be a little dough? Fat one, use a skunk.
Hey, Comstock's right. See the look here, boy. Because I prefer them wider in the tuna and broader in the beef.
Comstock, you like a dance?
Dance? Yeah. Oh, dance, yes, yes. I'll tell you, Hoss, I hurt my leg in the war at Lake Montebello.
Well, how about one with me?
Yeah, oh, with you? Oh, well, that's different. Excuse me.
Yeah, let it go, Hoss. Chicken and the bread pan, taking out
Son, I'll trade you Jenny here and throw in 5 ounces of gold dust. Anytime you want to switch partners.
Princess, you sure are beautiful. No, you really are. I don't know if this has ever happened to you before, man, but you're so darn pretty.
You take Salatucci away.
Well, I didn't exactly take her away, Chief. I just asked her to go to a dance with me.
What you do? You call this dance?
I guess I did get a little carried away, Chief, but she's a mighty pretty girl.
She Paiute girl. She marry him. Lean knife.
Ah, congratulations, friend. Haven't been to a wedding for a long time. You know, I had an uncle once, Uncle Jonah. Not the one that got himself swallowed by the whale. No, sir, he's a different fellow entirely. He's my mother's brother. One that never did a day's lick of work in his life. Did manage to get himself married, though. 7 different times.
Mr. Comstock.
Yeah?
I think you've done enough talking for one night.
Well, I ain't had a chance to kiss the bride yet.
My sons seek no trouble with the Paiutes, Chief Winnemucca. That one is young, foolish. He will be punished if he's done anything wrong. But he will be punished by me, not by anyone else.
He is your son.
Yes, Chief. And she is your daughter. Take her home.
You know, the thing I like about you younger brothers, you don't care how big a mess you get yourself into as long as someone else gets you out of it.
Yeah, well, you know something, older brother? I just knew you'd be here in time.
Just in time to march you back home. Now get.
Now, wait a minute, Paul. We can't go yet. Adam here ain't even had a dance. Now, where'd that old big fat gal go to?
Why, you horse-faced, spindle-legged old sidewinder, I said I was the one buying the lady a drink.
Next time I want a bath, friend, I'll arrange to have you talk at me. Innkeeper, pour this young lady a shot.
Don't you touch that, ma'am. That stuff will poison you. Bartender, pour the little lady a drink of your best whiskey, the kind that we drink down in Virginia.
My dear young lady, I've traveled the 4 corners of the earth, sailed the 7 seas. I'm here to tell you the swill they drink in Virginia will rot a skunk's gut.
Now, what I like about you, you sure drink whiskey like a lady. Adam, I know she's a little bit on the heavy side, but every bit of her sure can dance. Fiddler, this is Saturday night. Let's have a little music.
Cut it in, Pike. I'm rich, boys, I'm rich. Cut it in, Pike. That's the whole legend. A ledge 50 foot wide, a solid ledge of gold.
Where's your Bonanza? Where, Pike? Where?
Pike, we're your friends and we tell you where it is. Up 6 Mile Canyon, head of the mountain, you dash. Go where you think. I'm rich, you know what that means, boys? I'm rich.
Listen to me, man. Listen to me. Thank you.
Well, hurry up. What's on your mind?
Just this. I hate to break your hearts, but all that gold out there, all that big strike, that's all on my land. Every bit of it's on my land.
Your land?
Yeah.
When did you stake a claim to it?
This afternoon, friend. Ask my partner there, Mr. Pike. We're gonna call it the Comstock Lode.
Is that true, Pike? You sell this old horse thief part of your claim?
Now, wait a minute. Show you what kind of a guy Henry T.P. Comstock is. I'm gonna cut each and every one of you in on a fabulous Comstock Lode for $100 a piece American. Cash on the barrelhead. All right, friend, it's all right.
But it's gold. I really found gold.
Here, friend, we'll talk about it later.
It's gold, can't you see? It's gold.
Pike, this is gold. It's really gold.
It's the richest I've ever seen in here. I just given it away.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Anybody want his money back? I'll give anyone double money. Just say the word.
You want it all for yourself, you old money grabber.
Now we want to be rich too. Now you hear? Now you get out of the way.
Follow me, man. I'll show you where the richest part is.
Don't forget the best friend and partner you ever had.
Yeah.
Let me, Pike, wait for you.
Yeah, I'll wait for all the Jimmy.
Just so it won't be a total loss, I hereby baptize this place Virginia!
That's not the way to do it, boys.
Oh, shut up, you old
No, this is going to be a great place someday. Fortunes will be made here. We'll make fortunes so great we're going to need help counting our money. So it ought to have a fitting name. Shouldn't just call it Virginia. We ought to call it, Virginia City.
Hey, look who just showed up.
Did you hear him? They found gold.
Yeah, I hear him.
Those are guys after Mr. Comstock.
They're not even thinking of Henry Comstock now. They're thinking of only one thing: gold. Now, there it is, boys. What gold will do to men.
You don't even feel like going with him.
So do I, Little Joe. It's funny what gold do to a man, ain't it?
I saw what it did to John Sutter's dream in the Valley of Sacramento. Let's go. Well, there you have it. The story of Henry T.P. Comstock.
He sure fooled everybody here, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. But I guess most of all, he fooled himself. That claim he jumped. You know, they've taken millions of dollars worth of pure silver out of there. And would you believe it? Old Henry sold that claim for, what, $11,000.
Hearing that, I don't feel so bad about that worthless piece of paper there.
Worthless? Well, I wouldn't say it's exactly worthless. You paid $25 hard money for it. What do you say, boys? Don't you think it'd be worth $25 to have a memento of our dear departed friend?
You know, I bet that old crow bait's still jumping claims.
Here you are, old-timer. $25 and a little more.
Well, thank you kindly.
Let's go, boys.
Take it easy, old-timer.
We'll see you, old-timer.
Yeah.
Fix him a rope, boss.
Right.
What? What are you? Oh, you're not going to hang me?
Just a little bit,
oh.
man.
Why? What have I done?
Well, you completely ignored a no trespassing sign, mister. This is the Ponderosa.
You think he was spotting cattle for rustlers at him?
No, that's not true. Look, my name is Durwood Watkins. I am the agent for Miss Ada Isaacs Menken's company of players. We open tonight in Virginia City. Tickets. Look. Here, tickets. The best in the house. Please be my guest.
Ain't it funny how a man will lie right up till the time you stretch his neck?
No.
I don't know, Hoss. You think that limb's strong enough to hold him?
Yeah, I think so. He looks to me like he's most nigh all blubber anyhow.
Yeah, I think it'll do all right, as long as you don't flop around too much.
This is barbaric. I demand a trial.
Hey!
Come back!
That's enough, fellas. Well, I bet he remembers the next time he sees a no trespass sign.
Hey, look at this.
Hey!
Hey, Hoss, you get rid of that thing before Pa sees it.
Ain't that something?
Now, you heard what I said, Hoss. What are you doing?
Oh, well, nothing. I'm just getting this rope, Adam. It's an awful good rope.
All right, boys, let's go. We got work waiting.
What took you so long?
Adam's door was open.
Yeah, you didn't have to take half the night. Come on.
Oh, you're lucky. You live all the way down to the other end of the house. Sometimes Adam can be worse than Paul.
Hey, Paul didn't see you, did he?
No, he ain't even home yet. Here, help me into this dang blasted thing.
All right. How come you ain't got no button on this shirt?
Well, I just ain't got one, that's all. Little Joe, if Paul catches us at a show like this, he'll skin us alive. You don't reckon anybody will recognize us, do you?
Well, I got your brand new suit on, don't you?
Yeah.
Hey, you got your hair slicked down real nice.
Yeah.
Got your boots polished?
Yep.
Who's gonna recognize you?
Yeah. Hey.
ever want to bet my friend can't bend his horseshoe?
Let me try.
You try it, buddy. Go on. Who else wants to try? Go ahead, friend. There. Hey, how about a little wager, huh? I've got it. All right, you try it, buddy. Want to try it? Go ahead. How about you, friend? Want to give it a try? Okay. Come on, Sledge. There, show him how it's done. Come on.
You just stay right there, honey.
I told you could do it. Come on, Sledge. How about that, friend, huh?
Do you know who I am?
No, sir, don't think that I do.
I'm John C. Regan. That's right, former heavyweight champion of the world.
Have a drink on the house and be on your way, Regan.
I tell you what, I'll lick the best man in the house for all the liquor I can drink. Well?
Outside, Regan.
You wouldn't shoot an unarmed man.
John C. Regan, is it? Former champion. Well, you never was champion, Regan. Your manager had to stop the fight to keep you from getting killed.
What are you talking about? Nobody ever stopped one of my fights.
Well, you've been flattened by every tramp pug in the business. Well, I'd lick you myself if I was still in one piece.
You do your fighting with your mouths, mister. You got a friend that can do it with his fists?
I'm buying Mr. Regan all he can drink. Just as soon as my partner here gets finished with him. Sledge, this fellow says you're a dumb mud walloper. You ain't got no more sense than a suck-egg mule.
Now, is that right?
He says you're too stupid to even know how to fight.
Now, is that right? Honey, I'll be right back. Get back, girls.
Why don't you sit down, Sledge? Leave him alone.
Why don't you take a little walk?
Sledge don't know no rules, Regan. Get him, Sledge.
Give it to him. Hey, sound like a good ruckus in here.
Hey, listen, you want to go to the show or do you want to fight?
Well, I hate to miss a good fight, but I hate to miss that show, too.
Well, then come on.
Stop it! Stop it, Regan! Sledge! Sledge, are you all right? You didn't have to go that far, Regan. Sledge. Sledge, you all right? Somebody get a doctor, quick!
I bet this is gonna be good. You sure you got them tickets?
Sure, I got them right here, don't worry.
Adam.
Hey, what are you doing here, Adam?
I'm waiting for you two.
Oh.
Adam, we can explain everything.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have a lot of explaining to do if the best seats are gone. Come on, let's go inside.
Yeah, well, let's go.
Anything new tonight?
Olinska, dear Olinska.
Ha! Who goes there? All is silent. All is silent!
He don't see her.
Olinska, dear Olinska, ere yet the envious daylight robs my soul of the sweet privilege of drinking from thine eyes deep draughts of the bright liquid fire, which as from the twin stars of love stream through my enraptured heart. Up here, dear life. Up here, dear life. Up here.
Casimir, thou here. Oh, hence, hence, wert thou discovered. Think for how fearfully my father's wrath would fall on the clandestine suitor to his child.
What can Casimir dread, ennobled and emboldened by thy love? 1,000 tyrant fathers I would brave, from all their wrath, my loved Olenska, save or earn an early but an honored grave.
You tell him, Casimir. You bring on her old man.
But see, the dawn advances. The moon is sunk beyond the hoary hill. The glimmering lights are one by one extinguished. And the hum of busy menials speaks approaching day. Away, my love, away!
She don't look nothing like this girl here on the poster.
Yeah, well, let's see, this is kind of mixed up. See, the girl that's on this poster is playing a man in the show.
How come she wants to do that?
Well, I don't know. It's just the way they do it.
Is my will obeyed and the wild horse secured?
All is as my lord commanded.
Good. Bring forth the miscreant.
I knew it. I knew he was going to catch up with him. What, her? What?
Oh,
yeah.
Shut up.
Oh, my father, pardon for him.
Unworthy girl, all of the powers of this earth were ineffectual to assuage my vengeance. Bring forth the untamed steed.
Hey, what are they going to do to her, little Joe? What are they going to do?
I don't know.
Now bind the traitor to him, and let scorching sun, wintry blasts, devouring hunger, and parching thirst rend the traitor.
Dearest father, thy mercy save him.
Plead not for me, dear Olenska. Perish as I might, it is sufficient glory that I die for thee.
Now bind the traitor to him.
Hey, he sure was a girl, wasn't he?
He sure is.
Launch the traitor forth, and let the sorry respect strike terror throughout Poland.
Give us a little beer, Charlie.
Coming right up.
Boy, I sure thought she was a goner when they put her on that horse. So.
I could have told you not to worry. They never kill off the hero.
Well, I'll tell you this. It'd be a big mistake to kill off anything like that, I guess.
Yeah, I'm with you, Osler.
Hey, little Joe. Listen. Was she or wasn't she?
Was she or wasn't she what?
Well, you know.
No, I don't know. Ask Adam.
Adam, was she or wasn't she?
Well, she wasn't she what?
Naked.
Well, now, you got eyes. You saw her.
Yeah, but exactly what did we see, really?
She was wearing tights. Besides, what difference does it make?
What difference does it make?
Ladies and gentlemen, the highlight of the evening. One of you lucky gentlemen will take home the garter worn by Miss Ada Isaacs Mencken.
Here you are, boys. And may the best man win.
Come on,
over here. Come on, over here. Come here.
Now, what's the matter, Ada?
Nothing, Ben. Just get me out of here.
Well, I'm sorry, boys. There'll be other times. How about a beer, please?
Coming right up.
I hope the next time you...
Right away. What happened down there, Ada?
Nothing, Ben. Ben, don't look so severe. Suddenly I felt tired, that's all.
You're sure?
Positive.
You don't mind if an old friend worries about you a little?
Please don't ever stop. Ben, pheasant, lobster. My favorite champagne. You remembered.
I had it shipped in from a Boston importer when I heard you were coming. It isn't often that I have a chance to entertain such a beautiful lady.
You're lonely, Ben.
Oh, I have the Ponderosa. And my boys. They keep me pretty well occupied. And every once in a while, a dear friend passes through. To the incomparable Ada Menken, more beautiful than I ever remembered. Happiness. All right, out with it. What's wrong? It has something to do with Regan, doesn't it? I'm a good listener, Ada.
Ben, you know most of the story. Well, when Regan returned from England, he was broke and finished as a fighter. Even his manager deserted him. Somehow he found me in St. Louis. I gave him money, all I had and what I could borrow. He promised he'd never bother me again.
You saw him tonight in the saloon, didn't you?
Yes.
He's worthless, Ada. He's never drawn a sober breath.
Please, Ben.
I'm sorry, Ada, but when I think of the way the man has treated you, the way he's beaten you...
I don't want to talk about it. What are you going to do?
See Mr. Regan out of town, make sure he never bothers you again.
No, Ben. Don't interfere. I can handle him.
Can you?
Please, keep out of this, Ben.
I won't make any promises, Ada. I'm sorry. We'll celebrate our reunion some other time. Good night.
Ben, I'm sorry. I know how you must have looked forward to this evening. Forgive me.
There's nothing to forgive. Good night.
Good night, Ben. How did you get in here?
That rube that just left, could he make you feel like that?
Get out of here before I call the manager.
No, that'd only lead to trouble. You don't want any more trouble, do you, Ada? Who is he?
Ben Cartwright, an old friend. It won't work again, John. Ben's an old friend, nothing more.
Well, seeing you two at the door, I got a different impression.
If you have any idea of blackmailing Ben or getting any more money out of me, forget it. Ben would kill you first. I'm broke, John. That's why I revived the Mazeppa.
Well, I understand you're on top, Ada. Oh, you should never have retired from the stage and denied your public. Oh, I saw the way those miners were looking at you tonight.
You filth.
Now, you look here, Ada. I won't be bought off this time. You're never going to get rid of me again.
Get out of here.
Well, when you change your mind, I won't be far away.
Brought your horse over from the livery stable, just like you asked, Mr. Cartwright.
Oh, thank you, Billy. They'll take him back to the stable, bed him down for the night. I've decided to stay on in Virginia City.
Watch it, Adam. Adam, I've been thinking about Pa and that woman.
Well, what about Pa and that woman?
I don't like it none. Pa ain't got no experience with them actresses. Leastwise, none he ever talked about.
Well, I guess he can handle it. I thought I told you to bring Pa along.
Pa didn't come home last night. Just now, Hop Singh sent his clothes into town.
What for?
He's moved into the International House.
Where that woman stand?
Yeah, and that ain't all. Last night, they had champagne in her rooms. And tonight, Hop Singh says Pa's having her over the house for supper.
What'd I tell you, Adam?
What do you make of it, Adam?
Well, she sure works fast. Guess we better have a little talk with our Pa.
Oh, it's a man-sized spread, the Ponderosa. Over 1,000 square miles of the finest timber and grazing land west of Salt Lake. At last count, we had more than 10,000 head of cattle grazing in the lowlands.
It's an empire, Ben. And to think it all belongs to you.
And the boys.
They're very fine boys. You should be very proud.
Oh, they'll do.
I envy you, Cartwrights. It must be wonderful living so close to the land.
Well, we have our problems.
Protecting what's ours from outsiders.
You do that very well, I imagine.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a delicious supper, Hop Singh. Really superb.
Oh, you lady got sense. Hop Sing all time, break back, cook, fancy grub, nobody appreciate. You come supper all the time.
Well, that makes it official, Ada. You're part of the family now. Oh, I better get you to the theater. Hop Sing, bring the carriage around to the front, please.
No eat dessert. Hop Sing fix special.
Well, Miss Mencken has a performance to give tonight. Now, come on, get the carriage around.
Rush, all the time, rush around, lickety split.
He's delightful.
He needs a woman's discipline. We all do, eh, boys?
Good night, Adam. Little Joe, horse. We'll be seeing each other again soon, I hope.
Goodbye, Miss Mencken.
Hey, Paul.
Yes?
Oh, Paul, we want to talk to you, Paul, private-like.
Can't it keep?
No, Pa.
I'll wait for you in the carriage, Ben.
Well, what is it? Well, out with it.
Paul, promise you ain't gonna get mad now.
Well, what's on your mind? Speak up.
Well, it's about what's been happening to you, Paul.
Yeah, Pa, we know you're still a young man, and, well, you must get lonely sometimes, and, well, I know you get sick and tired of having us around, but, well, we...
You know what your brothers are trying to say, Hoss?
Now, Paul, you promise not to get mad.
Speak out plain.
Well, Paul, she's an actress.
I see. So that's what's been troubling you three all evening. You don't think Miss Mencken is good enough for your father? Well, let me tell you something. Ada Mencken is all the woman that a man could want. And I'm very proud to be seen in her company.
Yeah, but Pa, she's...
Now, don't say it, Adam. Now, don't you boys think that I'm old enough to take care of myself?
Pa, we was just doing it for your own good.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. And now, with your permission, I'll accompany Miss Mencken back to town.
Miss Ada, I told him not to go in, but he went right in anyway.
Find Ben Cartwright. Tell him not to wait, that you'll escort me back to the hotel.
But, Miss Ada,
Never mind, just find him and tell him.
Yes, ma'am.
Adam, I didn't know you were coming to tonight's performance.
I didn't come to see the performance. I think you know why I'm here.
Yes, I think I do. Don't you think your father is a wise enough man to take care of himself?
Look, Ada, you have your way of life. We have ours.
You also speak for your brothers?
In this case, yes.
Tell me, Adam, when did you first decide I was a bad woman? When you saw me with your father, or when you saw me on the stage? What are you afraid of, Adam?
What makes you think I'm afraid?
You came here to say something to me. Why don't you say it?
I don't think words are necessary. You know what I mean. Well, now at least we understand each other.
Adam, what happened?
What'd she say?
None of your business.
Hey, what's eating him?
Well, I guess older brother didn't make out so well.
What are we gonna do, little Joe? We gotta help Paul.
Yeah, well, you know, it takes a red-blooded man to persuade a woman.
Yeah, but where are we gonna get one? Hey, where you going?
To get a shave and some clean clothes. This is no way to meet a lady. See you, Hoss.
Who is it?
Room service.
Well, you must be mistaken. I didn't order anything.
Compliments of Mr. Cartwright.
How sweet of Mr. Cartwright. To a lovely lady clothed in the light of her own beauty. Joe Cartwright. Joe Cartwright?
At your service, Miss Mencken.
Little Joe.
Just Joe, ma'am.
You Cartwrights have a flair for the unexpected.
I think when you get to know this Cartwright a little bit better, ma'am, you won't be surprised at anything.
Oh.
Anna, you take my brother Adam. Now, he's a dependable one. He's a worrier. And then there's Hoss. Well, Hoss is just plain Hoss.
And what about your father?
Pa? Well, Pa never changes. He's the same year in and year out.
You've got everyone pretty much figured out, haven't you?
I guess Pa's had his day, but of course that was when he was much younger.
And now you think he should be retired into the background. Is that it?
We don't have to talk about him, do we?
No, we don't. Why don't you pour the champagne?
Yes, ma'am.
You're a very handsome man, Joe.
Oh, I don't know.
Do you have many girls?
Yeah, quite a few.
Are they wild about you?
Yeah, some of them are.
They're fools. Letting you out of their sight.
Yeah. Here, let me fill your glass.
Well, there's plenty of time. We've got the whole evening ahead of us.
Hey, how would you like me to get you something to eat?
At a time like this. You're wonderful, Joe. You make a woman feel at ease. Yet wanted. I'm glad you came.
Hey, boy, you know, it's getting hot in here now.
It's perfect.
Miss Macon.
Ada.
Yeah, Ada, look, I don't want you to get the wrong idea about why I came here.
I haven't got the wrong idea. I know exactly why you're here. And I won't disappoint you. You get everything you deserve.
Hey, what was that for?
Teach you a lesson you obviously needed.
And Miss Macon, I can explain.
I ought to have you horsewhipped, coming in here with the ideas you had.
Listen, I only did it for Pa, to show him what kind of...
What kind of a woman I am?
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Let me tell you, little Joe. Your father moved into this hotel to protect me from someone out of my past. And for no other reason.
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't know that. This is something between my pa and you, and I'm sorry I made a fool out of myself.
You Cartwrights are quite a family.
Is that Pa?
He usually checks to see if I'm all right. You better go. Through here.
Hey, what about the champagne, the flowers?
Well, don't worry. I won't tell him you were here.
No, I wasn't thinking about myself.
You're sweet. Hurry.
Oh, yeah.
Just a minute, Ben.
All right, where is he? Well, where'd the Cartwright kid go? I know he's here.
You're drunk.
Well, you always did know, didn't you, Ada?
Look at yourself, brawling in saloons and in back alleys.
All right, don't change the subject. Where did the kid go?
He isn't here. Why do you do it, John? Why do you act this way? You could still be champion of the world if you wanted to be.
It's all in the past, so forget it.
I can't forget it. I remember what you were like, how things used to be between us. Now I have to listen to them say you're all washed up.
Oh, I can still handle myself. You ought to see the respect in their faces when I finish beating up one of these rubes.
You're still the big man, aren't you?
Well, I'm all the man you'll ever have. Now, where did the kid go?
John, I don't have much left. A few jewels. I'll give them to you if you promise you'll leave town without causing any trouble. Take them.
You know, I was never able to court you with champagne, Ada. But then I didn't have 3 sons to do my lovemaking for me either.
Get out of here.
Must make you feel like a queen, Ada. Ben Cartwright proposed to you yet?
He hasn't any intentions of marrying me.
That's not quite true, Ada. Make a move, Regan, so I can kill you.
Well, I'm not armed, Cartwright.
Don't interfere, Ben.
I'm asking you to be my wife, Ada. That gives me every right to interfere. Now, Regan, you be on that morning stage to Salt Lake. Or get yourself a gun. Now, get out.
I will settle this, Cartwright. My way. Well, you won't shoot an unarmed man.
I'll give you the same chance you gave that miner.
It was a fair fight. Ask his partner. Ask anybody in the bar.
Get out. Move.
I hope you know what you're doing, Cartwright.
Little Joe, how'd you make it?
Now, don't say anything else about Ada Menken.
Little Joe, I ain't even opened my mouth.
Yeah, well, just don't. Go and finish your beer. I'll see you outside.
Cartwright?
Yeah, that's right.
My name is Regan. John C. Regan. Remember that when your pa asks.
Sure.
Howdy.
Now, you're one of those Cartwrights, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Most people just call me Hoss. I don't think I've had the pleasure.
I drink for the house on John C. Regan.
Yes, sir. Over here. Cerveza.
Well, I've known you a long time, Ada. You know, I've thought of you often. Read about you. Wondered what had happened to you. And seeing you here.
Ben, you're a lonely man. Maybe you're mistaking loneliness for love.
What about you? Now, how long will you be content to go on running away from yourself, from Regan?
What do you think your sons would say if you married the notorious Ada Menken?
My sons? What do my sons have to do with it?
You're a very close family, Ben. I wouldn't want to change that.
Well, my boys need a woman around the house as much as I do.
Boys? They're not boys, Ben. They're grown men. Maybe little Joe or Haas would accept me, but Adam...
Well, Adam is hard-headed, but he's my son.
Yes, I know.
What do you mean?
He came to visit me backstage. He's very much your son.
Adam. You're a very desirable woman, Ada.
Thank you, Ben. You're a wonderful man. But I'd rather settle for half a life than come between you and your sons.
Half a life. That's all you've ever had.
Maybe that's all I understand. Maybe it's best I'm leaving tonight for San Francisco.
I wish I'd been able to ask you before those little boys became men. I'll be checking out shortly. Would you prepare my bill, please?
Yes, sir, Mr. Cartwright.
Paul, somebody might in here beat little Joe to death.
Lay down to the settee.
How is he?
That gash over his optic nerve.
Your brother may be blinded, Adam.
Anybody know who did it?
Little Joe couldn't say.
He's coming too.
Easy, son. Now, don't try to move. Can you see me?
What?
Don't try to talk. Everything's gonna be all right. If you can see me, blink your eyes.
Pa?
Easy, son. If you can see me, blink your eyes 2 times. good, son. That's good. Everything's gonna be all right. You pause right here.
What?
And you just rest easy.
Paul, ask him who did it.
I know who did it.
The greatest heavyweight that ever toed the mark. That's my friend John C. Regan. Fought all comers, and he licked them all. Never knocked out in 37 fights. He still would be champion if he hadn't been robbed. Dirty, thieving, crooked referee.
Give me your gun, Adam. Do as I say. Reach for it, Regan. Reach for it.
With this busted up hand, why, I couldn't find a trigger, Cartwright. Now, if you want to settle for what I did to your boy, you're gonna have to shoot me. Or do it with your fists.
Paul, let me do it.
Keep out of this, horse.
Paul, you gotta let me do it. Little Joe and me, Paul, you just gotta let me do it.
You just stand aside, horse.
Let go of me! I know gouging a fighting man and no kicking at a fellow when he's down.
Boss, I ain't whipped yet, Paul.
Don't try to fight him, wrestle him.
Get up! Stop it! Stop it! Don't hit him again.
I'm sorry, Ada. Help me, Ada. Help me.
It's all right, John. It's all right, John.
I'm all right, Paul. I just don't understand. How can she? She's
She's a woman in love.
A man like that?
It's hard to figure, isn't it? She could have any man she wants. As I think you found out.
Beats me. A woman as beautiful as that in love without.
There are many kinds of love, Hoss. As many kinds as there are women. Now, let's go see little Joe.